starting up a new series. This is a series I've always wanted to start up, and plus it's gonna hold me more accountable to myself and just sticking to my trading models and just showing the world, because there is a goal and I want to reach that goal. This is going to be a weekly series. It's going to be posted weekly. So every weekend, basically, every Friday or every Saturday or every Friday, one of the 2 days, I'll be posting, showing weekly recaps on the trades I have taken. So my goal is to get 1 million funding by the end of this year. That has always been my goal for the end of this year. And then my current month is currently September. During the month of September, we have 0 funding, but we have 4 funded accounts. So we're going to be risking 1 to 2% on A-class setups. I know that may seem like a lot, but my objective during these phase 1s and phase 1 just mainly is I have to play more aggressive. Again, our goal is to get 1 million funding by the end of this year. So we have to play very, not too aggressive, like a little passive aggressive, just seizing the opportunity to capitalize on the big, beautiful trades such as A-class setups. So B-class setups, we're going to be risking 0.5 to 1%. So we're going to down the risk on Monday and Friday. So even if it's an A-class setup on Monday and Friday, we're still going to be risking 0.5 to 1%. Majority of my trades I want it to be during Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Those are going to be A-class setups right there. We're going to hold positions if we are following the higher time frame order flow. And that is another thing. I probably won't take partials if we are following the higher time frame order flow. If I see an external level of liquidity that is resting and we know we're going to reach that level, I'm not going to take any partials. Even if we retrace, I'll just leave the trade at break even, of course. And if it's like a really higher time frame objective, like if it's like a weekly inversion fair value gap and we caught that little tap into it during the Tuesday and it's a bearish or it's a sell program, we're gonna hold that trade all the way till Thursday, man. Even if it's a more of a swing position, try to pass it some of these phase 1s or phase 2s on those type of trades, like those swing trades. All right, so another thing I want to do is wait for more confirmation. That is something that I haven't been doing recently. Again, I'm not saying we won't use the 1 minute. Again, we can align them both together. If we can align the 1 minute and the 5 minute with 2 market structure shifts on those different types of time frames, that would even be a better trade. Or the inversion fair value gap on both of the time frames. So if we have an alignment on, so like I was saying, if we have a inversion fair value gap on the 30 minute and we are respecting it, and if we go down to the 1 minute and we find another inversion, that would be even more confluences, most likely going the direction that 30 minute is in. Trade on both phase 2 till we're funded. So if we're both on phase 2 for a 5k MT4 and MT5, another thing is I need to act like I'm in drawdown and be picky with the trades or the setups. Again, when I'm in drawdown, I usually de-risk myself and I win more because I'm more picky with the setups. And then when I'm in profit, I tend to be more careless, and I tend to just try to have those quick scalps and make my money to pass the phase 1, I guess you can say, for up 2%. Try to take every trade I can because I think it's gonna go to the moon. But we're not as picky as we are when we're in drawdown. When we're in drawdown, we're very picky and we try to catch the best moves possible because we don't want to lose. So that's kind of my mentality. I want to have it. I'm gonna try to act like I'm in drawdown for each account, even though we are in trader following models, A-risk models. So again, I showed y'all that on the previous video. And again, if those trading models are presented, those are going to be A-class models. All right, so another thing I forgot to mention in here was we're going to have a checklist. This isn't like the final checklist. I'll probably update it later today and add some changes to make it more optimized and to what I actually need to go through. Wrote down some stuff, but if we follow the checklist and a model isn't presented, that is going to be B-class. But if the model is presented and the checklist is presented to, if we follow the checklist and the model is being presented, then that's going to be an A-class setup, and that is going to help us have more confirmation to enter a trade. So we're going to be very, very picky with our trades, like I was talking about earlier. That's something I really want to do. I want to be really picky, and I want to have the ultimate confirmation to enter a trade. I'm just tired of entering quick scalps and then exiting, or losing a trade or winning a trade and then not understanding, or using a couple of confluences or doing something right and then the next day I do something wrong. I want to be consistent. That's the whole point of this. I want to be more consistent than I am right now. You can see my P&L fluctuates, and I'm tired of having that P&L fluctuating. I want to be very consistent with each trade, and I want to be a series of trades. My psychology is going to be there. I'm going to be reading Mark Douglas' book, Trading in the Zone. Start reading that, start watching his videos, I guess. Checklist, and I want to have those trading models that I want to follow. I had the trading models, but I don't trade off of them. I use all the concepts, and that's something that it can work for some people, but for me, it personally, I enter off of sometimes emotion, or I get FOMO, or it's just a lot of different things. So I want to have a checklist to help me be even more reassured before I enter a trade. The next is going to be no model presented but higher time frame order flow. That is a B-risk set. So if we have none of our models presented and we just see an imbalance that is being respected, then of course you can take the setup, but we're gonna have to de-risk because it's going to be more of a B-class setup. It's gonna be New York session only. We're gonna be trading, not gonna be trading in London or Asia. And then we're gonna have 3 markets. Those 3 markets are gonna be SPX, Euro USD, and then GBP USD. Because what happens if those markets are consolidating? What happens if those markets don't have good trading conditions? Then I won't take any trades. I'm not gonna take any trades before or during the news, but I will see if any trades are available after the news events. And what I mean by risk on is if dollar's going up and euro USD is going up, that is a risk on scenario. So we're gonna de-risk ourselves. Okay. So today is Friday, it's the end of the week. Basically, I'm not gonna take any more trades. But this is my MT4 account. I was live streaming yesterday and I took a couple trades and I basically lost like a percent. It wasn't too bad, but we are in phase one and I've been trading this account for a while. We've been break even, then we go to drawdown, and then we were basically down 5%, and now we went up to 3%, and then we're back down to minus 3%. So I'm going to try to focus on one of them during phase one, and this is going to be the one I'm trying to focus on. I'm trying to pass this one. These were the trade today. We took an SPX trade, saw a inversion for value gap on the 1 minute. Again, this is like a B class setup. That's why I didn't risk too much. And then we saw an order block hold, and then eventually, we saw this break in market structure. We targeted a 4-hour imbalance, the consequent encroachment. Saw this order block holding. I didn't take any partials. 1 minute inversion for value gap, market structure shift. 1 minute order block hold. It's like a B plus. There was no liquidity sweep. And then this was a GU trade. This one was by far way better than the SPX trade. And this one we even risked less than this one. This was a 1 to 2. The other one was a 1 to 1. This is a B plus actually. And then you have the consequent encroachment of this wick. We have a 1 hour and another inverse. These two lines, and then we're able to anticipate this type of retracement. That is by far better than anything. We're able to catch the little retracement that digs deep into this mean threshold and it goes up. Euro USD was going up, so this one was the lagging one, so that's kind of why you see it go all the way up. Euro took out London highs, and then this one eventually did that. That was pretty much the trades for today. I would show you the trades from yesterday, but they were just pretty much dumb trades. They were scalps. I was entering off of emotion, or I was getting FOMO, and that's kind of why I'm making this series, to hold myself accountable. It's a different account. This is my MT5 account. Like I said, we were in 4% drawdown, and then we had it up at 3%, and then again we brought it back down to break even. See, this is the thing about me. I tend to, when I get in profit, I get careless. So that's another thing I'm trying to, I'm trying to build that discipline, win in profit. And when you're on a winning streak, I need to, forge my discipline and be more accountable to myself, and not be so careless taking certain trades. And that's why I limit myself to a certain market. Again, this is the MT5 account, and this is the one I'm going to focus after we pass the MT4. So this is my MT4 account. So if we lose the other MT4, this is the one I'll be back on. But before that, I'll try to, get to phase 2 on the MT5. And if we can't pass that, then I'll come back down to the MT5, this one right here. Yeah, but if we get into phase 2 with the MT4 or not this one, and then the MT5, then of course I'll trade both of them at the same time. I'll probably put them on a trade copier if we get to phase 2 on this one, basically put it on a trade copier with the other ones. Alright, so this is my 15K account that I was talking about on Fund the Next. We are taking a stellar account, so we don't have any time limit on this account, just minimum 5 days. So it's a 15K account. We have 10% drawdown, and then max drawdown, then 5% daily drawdown. Probably gonna have just 2 of those on a trade copier, and then have 1 on a trade copier with this one. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys are gonna enjoy this series, and next week I'll update y'all on the type of trades we take. Majority of the time I probably will stream on Thursday instead of Tuesday. I don't know, I just feel like Thursday is just a better overall day. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the series. If you will, probably